EA Sports brings you a special edition.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor.
And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. The numbers for him from a week ago: 16 carries and even 60 yards and a touchdown.
Well, he's the number 2 runner in the league, and you just know the offensive line wants to get him to number 1 because most of the good ball carriers, they take care of their linemen. Could be a gold watch in their future if he becomes the leading rusher.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Taylor. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Ryan. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Ryan. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down.
We call that a sack.
It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10.
Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
And when you think about great seasons in recent memory, he's definitely putting one together here. There's a good chance he's going to go over 5,000 yards passing for the season. He's just a little bit under that mark coming in. And I tell you, it's pretty rarefied air when you get up there with numbers like this.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. DeForest Buckner in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now, after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game.
Second and 21, a lot of ground to cover.
Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. Well, that gives him a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself a beat.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And they finally get him down, but not before he gets it up to the 46. It's a big play there for Miami.
When they needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He'll swing that out to Edmonds. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
I really like the angles that the tackles came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so you can only go so far outside, and they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they use your boy over there, the 12th man, Sammy Sideline, right?
Sammy Sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak. To throw again on 2nd down. Tua. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Third and 1, and Tua wants to throw it. Out left to Shaheen. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. They'll run on 1st down. Edmonds broke through some contacts, but unable to reach the 40. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That's out to the flat for Edmonds. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Now Tua. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. DeForest Buckner racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
They just gave up a sack there, if I'm not mistaken. They gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if I'm going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot the last couple of games.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
As the Colts offense makes their way out, we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards.
Ordinarily, when you're backed up this deep, most teams like to play it on the safe side, but not these guys. They took a big shot downfield and wound up hitting it for a big play. Back them into a corner, they come out swinging.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Ryan. He finds his man, complete. That's Pierce. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 42.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 42-yard line. To throw is Ryan. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A gain of 6 there on first. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
The give to Taylor. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He finds his man, complete. It's Pierce. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
That was a really nice job there, stretching zone coverage by running that route deep enough before breaking it back towards the sideline and being open.
And a precise throw for the reception of the first. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Ryan. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Joe Schobert gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. On the draw is Taylor. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
Rodrigo Blankenship for the Colts field goal.
A 29-yard attempt.
Blankenship's kick is good. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
13 yards. 1st down, Miami.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the 2nd quarter. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. Edmonds. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. DeForest Buckner, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance, they've got to get the ball in his hands a lot quicker.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory.
Indy set to go on offense once more.
Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, Ryan looking for Campbell downfield. And the defense loses him. It's complete. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, 87 yards. And the Colts strike quickly here for 6 points.
Like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
And I caught a quick glimpse of him before the ball was snapped, and there was something about his body language where you could tell early in this play he wasn't just thinking first down. He was thinking end zone, and he got there.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead grows to 10-0. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Taken in at the 3. And he returns this to the 22. Tua and the rest of the Dolphin offense back out on the field.
And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
And he'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. From the gun, it's Tua. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
So another on-target throw, and that last one, Charles, going to put him up over 5,000 yards passing out for the season, and that is not an insignificant number.
Indeed it is not, because this is not a big list, and most of the guys on it, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Dan Marino, they either are or will be Hall of Famers.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Second and 11 now. Two runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. He gets this complete to Shaheen, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. On the handoff, it's Gaskin. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race. But how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
2nd and 11. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run now with Gaskin. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Tua. He'll get this out wide to Gaskin. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you, it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
First foray into the red zone for Miami. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. And he lost 6 there on the first down play.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So a nightmare start to the drive as they're already staring at 2nd and long. Tua sets up to pass it. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And, that would get a wind-up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up. The Dolphins on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 16. Letting one go deep for the end zone. He's got his tight end Long. Touchdown, Miami. Hunter Long, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 1-score game. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
Makes the score Colts 10. Dolphins 7.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taking it about the 1. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense is really fooling around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Here's Ryan to throw. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So a costly penalty yardage-wise, as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Ryan. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Miami's offense set and ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2 and now on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. That's long. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. He's going to float this one deep right side.
And this one is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
After the interception, here's Ryan. He'll check this one down to Taylor. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Ryan. Throw taken in by Taylor left side. So no gain on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 10. Ryan. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. The 30. 10. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
Sanders on for the extra point. And this puts him on top by a penny. It's 14-13. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Matt Ryan and the offense heading back onto the field. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that 2nd touchdown now. And he is across midfield from one 49 to the other 49, a gain of just 2. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. From just shy of midfield, Ryan. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Jalen Phillips make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So we've reached halftime here on Christmas Day. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. Happy holidays to you all at home as we take you around the NFL on this 25th day of December.
And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Tua and the rest of the Dolphin offense heading back out.
And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, well, get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter.
And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua.
Throwing middle, and it's complete.
Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Tua to throw again. He's got long. His tight end complete.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 24-yard line.
Tua going to throw.
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Dolphins take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half.
Come on!
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down.
Christian Wilkins. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22.
Now a give to Taylor. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. Here's Ryan. Open man is Uzama. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. Tua Tagovailoa in the offense heading back out. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the third quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if he can drive the bus here again on this drive.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
From midfield, here's Tua. Able to find Shaheen here. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
It's now second and 6.
Looking to pass. Tua. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Tua. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that'll make it a second down. Here's Gaskin. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. That throw complete to his tight end Long. That catch good for only a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Adam Shaheen, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead is up to 15 now. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
And the Colts coming out now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to... And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Christian Wilkins. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And it has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the...
Fights through and now a crease. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
That's good for the Colts.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Ryan. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first. On the handoff, Taylor. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, last drive they went 3 and out.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run here with Taylor. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run the toss here with Taylor. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Colts are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time he had the speed to win that race.
Now Blankenship on for the PAT. And this one's back to an 8-point game. That time a 6-play drive. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Taking it about the 1. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Tua and the rest of the Dolphin offense back out onto the field. And the numbers for the last drive, and he was perfect, which maybe isn't surprising because he has not missed a pass in this game yet.
And it lets you know just how precise things have to be for a quarterback to be perfect, because that means the line's blocking really well. No one's dropping any of the passes thrown to them, and the quarterback is accurate. It's almost like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter or a perfect game, isn't it? He's the principal guy, but he needs a lot of help.
Time to find out if he can keep that perfect game going here, partner.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We are off to the 4th quarter here on this special Christmas Day broadcast. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
This is Gaskin on the carry. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. The Dolphins on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. A play fake for Gaskin. Now Tua. Throw right side into the hands of the tight end Long. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Tua now on first down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
10 yards on the pickup.
Hands it off out of the gun. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's Tua. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Gaskin. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Myles Gaskin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Sanders on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it was capped off by a Myles Gaskin touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This taken in at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Taylor's got the first down and more. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, 82 yards. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs, and that one certainly fell into the latter category. And that deserves a couple exclamation points.
And that's his second touchdown run of this game, and this one, and a high degree of difficulty to it as well. I'm absolutely marveling at how effortless he makes this look. I mean, let's face it, he had a long way to go, but how about the vision, the creativity with the football in his hands? It's really something to watch.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Dolphins take over first and 10. They're on the 20-yard.
So the Dolphins offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here first and 10.
Tua sets up to pass it. He's got it to Williams. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second.
A CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities, and he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well.
Another try after the first down sack. Tua, he gets this complete to Shaheen, the tight end. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. The Dolphins on third down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is third down and 12. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And a quick throw here that's complete.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Now from Colts territory, here's a first and 10 at the 43. He'll look to throw. This is caught by Williams. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7 at the 40-yard line.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. They'll drop to throw.
They get this out wide to Gaskin.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 24-yard line.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
On first down, Tagovailoa. Open man left side is the tight end long.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. Second and 2.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Dolphins are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
At the 2-yard line.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. Off the option, here's Gaskin. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Myles Gaskin with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Dolphins are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this 4th quarter lead.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt-away-the-game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead is up to 15 now. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. So Matt Ryan of the offense, down by 15. 1:51 on the clock. They're going to need a Christmas miracle to pull this one out as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. Catch made here by Campbell. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Pass complete to Taylor. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Well, he's been doing this for more than a decade now, showing that he's still got that arm strength from back when he was the #1 overall pick.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So with just over a minute to play, this becomes a make-or-break onside kick. And the Dolphins are going to recover. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Another run with Gaskin, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And they'll indeed take a knee. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory.